Before we begin, imagine that you are standing in the middle of an endless desert. Night blankets the sands, the wind erases every footprint, and before you rises a gigantic stone creature with the body of a lion and the face of a human. It has remained silent for thousands of years, but what if that silence hides one of humanity's greatest mysteries? The Sphinx, humanity's oldest mystery. Can a single statue make humanity argue for 4,000 years? Could it be hiding unknown chambers beneath it, forgotten knowledge, or even traces of a lost civilization? The Sphinx is not just a monument. It is a symbol of mystery. It has outlived empires, earthquakes, wars, sandstorms, and generations of people. It watched the sun rise at a time when most modern nations did not yet exist. But the most fascinating question remains unanswered. Who created it, and why? The great guardian of the desert, on the Giza Plateau, not far from the magnificent pyramids, lies a creature known by almost every person on Earth. The Great Sphinx has the body of a mighty lion and the head of a human. It is approximately 73 meters long. Its height is about 20 meters. Its face is nearly 5 meters tall. It was carved directly out of the bedrock rather than assembled from separate blocks like the pyramids. Even today, engineers are amazed by the scale of this achievement. According to the official historical account, the Sphinx was created around the 26th century BC by order of Pharaoh Khafra. Its face is believed to be a portrait of the ruler himself. The lion's body symbolized strength. The human head represented wisdom. Together, they embodied divine authority over Egypt. However, not everyone agrees with this version. And this is where the real mysteries begin. Why doesn't the Sphinx have a nose? This is one of the most famous mysteries. There is a legend that the nose was blown off by one of Napoleon's cannons. The story sounds impressive, but it is not true. Drawings made by European travelers nearly 100 years before Napoleon's Egyptian campaign already show the Sphinx without its nose. So what really happened? According to one historical account, in the 14th century, the Muslim preacher Muhammad Sa'im al-Dar was outraged that local people were bringing offerings to the statue and praying for a good harvest. He ordered the Sphinx's face to be damaged, believing he was fighting idolatry. According to the legend, the preacher himself was later executed for desecrating the sacred monument. Although there is no absolute proof, this version is considered the most plausible today. Buried beneath the sands. It is hard to believe, but for most of its history, the Sphinx was almost completely buried beneath the sand. At times, only its head remained visible above the surface. The ancient Egyptians repeatedly excavated it. Then the desert swallowed the statue once again. This continued for centuries. Only in the 20th century did archaeologists finally free the Sphinx from its centuries-long imprisonment beneath the sands. That is one of the reasons why most of its body has been preserved so well. The sand was both destroying the monument and protecting it. The dream that changed a pharaoh's fate. One of the most famous legends is connected to the young prince Thutmose. One day, he was hunting near Giza. Exhausted, he fell asleep right between the Sphinx's paws. In his dream, the statue came to life. The Sphinx spoke to the young prince. It said, "Free me from the sand, and I will make you pharaoh." When the prince awoke, he ordered the statue to be excavated. Sometime later, he truly became pharaoh, Thutmose IV. To commemorate this event, he placed the famous granite dream stele between the Sphinx's paws. It can still be seen today. For some, this is nothing more than a political legend. For others, it is proof that the ancient Egyptians believed the Sphinx was a living sacred being. Older than the pyramids? Now we come to the most controversial part of the story. Some researchers noticed unusual erosion marks on the body of the Sphinx. They resembled damage caused by heavy rainfall much more than erosion from wind and sand. But there is a problem. The Giza region experienced heavy rainfall approximately 8,000 to 10,000 years ago. If these marks were truly left by water, then the Sphinx could be far older than the official date of its construction. Some alternative researchers even suggest that it may have existed before the rise of ancient Egypt itself. However, most Egyptologists disagree with this conclusion. They argue that the erosion can be explained by a combination of natural weathering, the characteristics of the limestone, and the effects of groundwater. For that reason, the true age of the Sphinx remains a subject of ongoing debate, the Lost Hall of Records. Perhaps the most mysterious legend of all is connected to the so-called Hall of Records. In the late 19th century, the American mystic Edgar Cayce claimed that a vast repository of knowledge was hidden beneath the Sphinx's paws. According to him, it contains the books of the civilization of Atlantis, maps of the world, the history of humanity, the secrets of mankind's origins. Following this claim, dozens of expeditions were launched. Geophysical surveys did indeed detect underground voids around the Sphinx. However, archaeologists have found no evidence confirming the existence of the Hall of Records. Some of the discovered cavities may be natural formations, while others could be the remains of ancient construction work. Yet the legend lives on to this day. The Egyptian and the Greek Sphinx are different creatures. Many people believe that the Sphinx exists only in Egypt. In fact, it does not. When the myth reached ancient Greece, it changed dramatically. The Egyptian Sphinx was a protector, a symbol of royal authority, the guardian of temples. The Greek Sphinx, however, became a monster. It had the wings of an eagle, the body of a lion, the head of a woman, and the tail of a serpent. It was this Sphinx that settled near the city of Thebes. Every traveler who passed by was forced to answer its riddle. Anyone who failed died. The most famous riddle in the world. The riddle went like this: who walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Countless people lost their lives because they could not answer it, until the hero Oedipus appeared. He answered, a human being. As a child, a person crawls. As an adult, they walk on 2 legs. In old age, they rely on a walking stick. The Sphinx realized that it had been defeated. According to the most widely accepted version of the myth, it threw itself from a cliff and died. Thus ended one of the most famous legends of the ancient world. Do hidden passageways exist? Over the past several decades, scientists have used ground-penetrating radar, seismic surveys, and other modern technologies to study the area around the Sphinx. They have discovered several underground cavities and tunnels near the monument. Some of them have been known for a long time. Others are still being investigated. However, there is still no evidence of enormous underground libraries or hidden treasures. That has not stopped new conspiracy theories from appearing almost every year. The Curse of the Sphinx. According to various legends, anyone who attempts to destroy or plunder the Sphinx will bring misfortune upon themselves. There is no documented evidence to support this claim. However, it is interesting that many expeditions have encountered strange difficulties: sudden sandstorms, equipment failures, financial problems, or the suspension of their work. For skeptics, these are merely coincidences. For believers in the mystical, they are yet another sign that the Great Guardian does not allow all of its secrets to be revealed. A symbol that has survived millennia. Today, the Sphinx is one of the most recognizable symbols of human civilization. It has inspired writers, artists, filmmakers, and video game creators. Its image appears in films, novels, comic books, and modern popular culture. Yet despite thousands of studies, the most important questions remain unanswered. Who exactly ordered its construction? Why does it have this particular appearance? Is it hiding something beneath it? And is it truly older than official science believes? Perhaps the Sphinx is nothing more than a gigantic stone statue. Or perhaps it is the last silent witness to a world that humanity remembers almost nothing about. It does not speak. It does not move. It does not answer questions. Yet for more than 4,000 years, it has compelled millions of people to ask the very same question. What secret are you hiding? And what do you think? Could the Sphinx be far older than history tells us? Is there really something hidden beneath it? Or are these mysteries simply legends that have survived the ages? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next journey into history's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.